2012 brought with it a repeat of Speaker Bill O'Brien and his supporters' attacks on our working families. Once again, our pensions, workers' rights, voting rights, and privatization of large agencies were in the spotlight. In my 2011 report to you, I shared that New Hampshire had been viewed as the little engine that could, after we had met these attacks head-on, time after time, one right after another. These attacks included the loss of more than 1,000 funded, full-time, dues-paying positions in the executive branch, eliminated after they were vacant, never after, since then, to be replenished in our workforce and to be contributing again to our union. The difference for us in 2012, though, was you. That's right. By the time the 2012 attacks began, you and the SEA were seen differently by everyone, even bully O'Brien. See, the way we handled ourselves in 2011 proved to our attackers that we weren't just any union. We were a union with the know-how to strategically fight off these attacks while simultaneously gaining public approval. From the plans we developed as leaders to the action you and your brothers and sisters in our allied community took, we demonstrated to our friends and foes that we have something they do not. We have numbers and commitment. In fact, we did such a good job of fighting them that they have had to start spending money to keep people out of office that want to work with us in the future. And so we will begin the fights of 2013. The big difference for us will be whether we're dealing with a legislature and Congress that want to work for rather than against our working families. Right now, we are working with over 200 candidates here in New Hampshire. From the White House down to local government, we have made sure we are guiding a political narrative about what's right for New Hampshire's future, instead of what was good or bad about our past. One of the most important components of our electoral work is the fact that we have made a commitment to help guide elected politicians to a place where they can create public policy that helps working families thrive. We have been clear. We care not for this race to the bottom. We want to thrive. We want to be strong, granite strong. In fact, later today, you'll hear from one of our most engaged member political activists, Anna Ford, about the path we've taken on deciding which candidates we want to support and how we'll help those candidates, once sworn into office, on how to lead us to the top instead. Speaking of candidates, we helped recruit more than 100 of these candidates that are dedicated to working families today. Some of these brave and trusted souls should be in this room right now, but others are not because they are so focused on winning the election that they are instead in their neighborhoods on the campaign trail. However, if you happen to be in the room right now, would you please stand and remain standing so that we can identify you and recognize you for taking on this important work.